In this video, we'll be ranking the heaviest WWE wrestlers of all time and taking a look at their remarkable careers, unique personalities, and impact on the sport. Join us as we explore these titans of the squared circle. Mark Henry. Mark Henry, also known as the world's strongest man, is an American powerlifter, Olympic weightlifter, strongman, and professional wrestler. At his peak, he weighed in at a massive 400 pounds. Henry began his wrestling career in 1996 and remained a prominent figure in WWE for over 2 decades. As a wrestler, Henry was known for his incredible strength and intimidating presence in the ring. Despite his size, he was surprisingly agile and could even pull 2 tractor trailers with his bare hands. Henry's signature move was the world's strongest slam, a devastating finisher that showcased his raw power. Throughout his WWE career, Henry was involved in numerous high-profile feuds and storylines. He won titles like the World Heavyweight Championship and the ECW Championship, solidifying his status as one of the top big men in the company. He had memorable matches against top stars like The Undertaker, Kane, and Big Show. Giant Gonzalez. Jorge Gonzalez, known by his ring name Giant Gonzalez, was an Argentinian professional wrestler and basketball player. He stood at a towering 7 feet 7 inches tall and weighed 420 pounds during his time in WWE. Gonzalez began his wrestling career in the early 1990s and joined WWE in 1993 as Giant Gonzalez. He was introduced as a fearsome villain, intimidating opponents with his massive size and strength. He was introduced to the WWE audience at the 1993 Royal Rumble, where he eliminated several top stars before being eliminated by The Undertaker. Gonzalez's most notable rivalry in WWE was with The Undertaker, culminating in a match at WrestleMania 9. The two wrestlers clashed in a highly anticipated match, with Gonzalez showcasing his incredible size and power. Despite his best efforts, he was ultimately defeated by The Undertaker. Although Gonzalez's time in WWE was relatively short-lived, his impact on the company is undeniable. His unique appearance and massive size made him a memorable figure in the eyes of fans, and his matches against top stars like The Undertaker established him as an imposing presence in the ring. After leaving WWE in 1993, he continued to wrestle on the independent circuit and retired from the sport in the late 1990s. He later pursued an acting career, appearing in several films. Vader. Leon Allen White, better known by his ring name Vader, was an American professional wrestler. His peak, he weighed in at a massive 425 pounds. White began his wrestling career in the 1980s and quickly established himself as one of the most dominant big men in the sport. As Vader, he performed as a masked villain, intimidating opponents with his size, strength, and agility. Known for his stiff and intense in-ring style, Vader's matches were often filled with displays of power and aggression. Vader's signature move was the Vader Bomb, a high-flying move performed from the top rope that showcased his remarkable athleticism. Throughout his career, he competed in various promotions worldwide, winning numerous championships in major leagues like WWE, WCW, and NJPW. These include the WCW World Heavyweight Championship and the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. One of Vader's most memorable rivalries was with Shawn Michaels in 1996 for the WWE Championship. The two wrestlers engaged in a series of highly acclaimed matches, with Vader showcasing his raw power while Michaels displayed his technical prowess. Although Vader was unsuccessful in the feud, his performances helped solidify his status as one of the best big men in the industry. Gorilla Monsoon. Robert James Morella, known by his ring name Gorilla Monsoon, was an American professional wrestler, announcer, and commentator. Weighing in at 430 pounds at his peak, Monsoon began his wrestling career in the 1950s and quickly established himself as one of the top big men in the sport. As a wrestler, Monsoon was known for his tremendous strength and agility, despite his large size, and could display impressive athleticism. Monsoon's signature move was the Manchurian Splash, and his wrestling style involved a mix of power and technical skill. He was not afraid to use his size to his advantage in his matches. Monsoon's most famous match was against Bruno Sammartino for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship in 1963. This match was a grueling contest that saw both wrestlers showcase their incredible stamina and toughness. Although Monsoon lost the match, his performance earned him the respect of both fans and colleagues. Throughout his wrestling career, Monsoon left a memorable mark with his exceptional abilities and charisma in the ring. One-man gang. George Gray, better known by his ring name One Man Gang, was an American professional wrestler who weighed an impressive 432 pounds during his time in WWE. Gray began his wrestling career in the late 1970s and worked in various territories before joining WWE in 1987. As One Man Gang, he portrayed an intimidating biker gang member character, terrorizing opponents with his massive size and brutal wrestling style. He often dominated his matches, quickly defeating opponents to showcase his dominance. One of One Man Gang's most notable rivalries in WWE was with Hulk Hogan. The two wrestlers faced each other in a series of matches in 1987, with Hogan usually emerging victorious. Despite his performances in these matches, One Man Gang established himself as one of the top villains in the company. In 1988, One Man Gang underwent a dramatic transformation, being repackaged as Akeem, the African Dream. Under this new gimmick, he adopted a new persona as a large man who wore traditional African attire and performed joyful dancing. While this character was somewhat controversial, it allowed Gray to showcase a different side of his personality and in-ring abilities. Big Show. Paul Donald White II, better known by his ring name Big Show, is an American professional wrestler who has competed in WWE for over 2 decades. With a peak weight of 435 pounds, Big Show is one of the largest and most accomplished heavyweight wrestlers in professional wrestling history. Starting his career in WCW in 1995, Big Show has held numerous titles, including the WWE Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, and ECW World Championship. One of Big Show's greatest accomplishments in the sport is his longevity. Despite his large size, he has managed to maintain a high level of performance even in his 40s and 50s. His ability to adapt to different eras and wrestling styles has made him a constant presence in WWE for over 20 years. In the ring, Big Show's signature moves include a devastating chokeslam and knockout punch. His matches are filled with breathtaking moments of power and athleticism. Uncle Elmer. Stanley Frazier, known by his ring name Uncle Elmer, was an American professional wrestler who weighed in at 440 pounds at his peak. Frazier began his wrestling career in the 1970s and joined WWE in 1985 as part of the Hillbilly Family Group. The Uncle Elmer character was designed as a lovable but somewhat confused hillbilly. He often participated in 6-man tag team matches with his kayfabe brothers Hillbilly Jim and Cousin Luke. Despite his large frame, Uncle Elmer displayed surprising agility in the ring and was known for his unique brand of country-style wrestling. One of Uncle Elmer's most memorable moments in WWE occurred in 1985 when he married his love interest, Joyce Stasko, in an in-ring ceremony. The wedding featured the participation of various WWE superstars and was officiated by WWE owner Vince McMahon. This event further endeared Uncle Elmer to the fans and positioned him as one of the most beloved big men in the company. Uncle Elmer's WWE career was relatively short-lived as he left the company in 1986. He continued to wrestle on the independent circuit before retiring in the early 1990s. King Kong Bundy. Christopher Allen Pallies, known by his ring name King Kong Bundy, was an American professional wrestler. At his peak, his weight was 454 pounds. Bundy embarked on his wrestling career in the early 1980s and joined WWE in 1985. His large size and menacing demeanor made him a natural villain in the ring. He quickly became one of the most prominent heels in WWE, feuding with fan favorites like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Bundy's signature move was the Avalanche Splash, where he would trap his opponent in the corner and then crash down on them with his massive frame. One of Bundy's most famous matches was against Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 2 in 1986. This brutal clash, a steel cage match for the WWE Championship, saw both wrestlers utilize the unforgiving steel cage to their advantage. Hogan emerged victorious in the end, but Bundy's performance solidified his status as one of the top villains in the company. Bundy's size and strength made him a formidable opponent for any wrestler. He could absorb a tremendous amount of punishment, and deliver even more in return. His matches were often slow-paced, with Bundy using his size to wear down opponents before finishing them off with his signature moves. After leaving WWE in 1988, Bundy continued to wrestle in various promotions until 2007. He made occasional appearances in WWE over the years, including a surprise appearance at WrestleMania 11 in 1995. Andre the Giant. Andre René Roussimoff, better known as Andre the Giant, was a French professional wrestler renowned for his extraordinary size. He stood at 7 feet 4 inches tall and weighed 520 pounds at his peak. His large size was due to acromegaly, a condition that results from excess growth hormone production. Andre began his wrestling career in the 1960s and quickly gained recognition for his size and strength. In 1973, he joined WWE, then known as the WWF, and became a beloved figure among fans. His most famous rivalry was with Hulk Hogan, culminating in a historic match at WrestleMania 3 in 1987. Hogan slamming Andre in front of a record-breaking 90,000 fans at the Pontiac Silverdome is considered one of the most iconic moments in professional wrestling history. Throughout his career, Andre showcased incredible strength and agility, often performing feats that seemed impossible for a man his size. His signature move was the sit-down splash, where he would use his entire weight to crush his opponent. Outside the ring, Andre gained fame for his role as Fezzik in the 1987 film The Princess Bride. He became a beloved figure in popular culture due to his unique appearance and gentle demeanor. Sadly, Andre's health deteriorated in his later years due to acromegaly, and he passed away in 1993 at the age of 46. That same year, he was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as the first member, recognizing his contributions to the sport. Daddy V. Nelson Frazier, known by his ring name Big Daddy V, was an American professional wrestler who weighed 487 pounds at his heaviest. Frazier began his wrestling career in the early 1990s, competing in various promotions before joining WWE in 1993. During his time in WWE, he performed under various characters, including Mabel, Viscera, and Big Daddy V. As Mabel, he was part of the tag team Men on a Mission with Mo, winning the WWE Tag Team Championship. Frazier's most notable run came in the late 2000s as Big Daddy V. His large size and intimidating demeanor made him a formidable competitor in the ring. He feuded with top stars like The Undertaker and Kane, showcasing his power and agility despite his massive weight. Sadly, Frazier's health declined in his later years, and his weight reportedly reached 575 pounds before his death. He passed away in 2014 at the age of 43 due to a heart attack. Big Daddy V's career serves as a stark reminder of the physical challenges and health risks associated with being a super heavyweight wrestler. Despite the difficulties he faced, Frazier left a lasting impact on the world of professional wrestling with his unique presence and in-ring abilities, entertaining fans throughout his career. Yokozuna. Rodney Anoa'i, better known as Yokozuna, was one of the heaviest wrestlers in WWE history. At his peak, he weighed in at a massive 505 pounds. Despite his Samoan heritage, Yokozuna was presented as a Japanese sumo wrestler. He was known for his elaborate entrance ceremony and salt-throwing ritual, which captivated audiences. His large size and strength made him a dominant force in the ring. Yokozuna began his WWE career in 1992 and quickly rose through the ranks, winning the Royal Rumble in 1993. He defeated Bret Hart for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 9, but his reign was short-lived as he lost the title to Hulk Hogan in an impromptu match minutes later. Throughout his career, Yokozuna engaged in memorable rivalries with top stars like The Undertaker, Lex Luger, and Bret Hart. He was famous for his finishing move, the Banzai Drop, where he would crush his opponents by dropping his massive frame onto them in the corner. Sadly, Yokozuna's weight took a toll on his health. After leaving WWE in 1996, he continued to gain weight, reaching between 750 and 760 pounds. He passed away in 2000 at the age of 34 due to pulmonary edema. Despite his short career, Yokozuna left an indelible mark on the world of professional wrestling. His unique character, impressive size, and in-ring abilities captivated fans, making him a true icon of the sport.